When I first found out about fencing, I was 12. I saw an article in the newspaper, Daily News, about 1995, late 95, two fencers going to local nationals. Nationals, I think, is held in North Carolina that year. And I'd always looked around and always watched sword fighting movies and stuff. I always thought it was neat. And looking for a new sport at that time, I started running cross country. And I saw that article in the paper, and pretty much I thought it'd be something neat to try. That first night I got there, we went through some basic footwork, and it was just a very different atmosphere. You know, you don't see many sports that you use a sword. From the first night, I thought I liked it, and eventually stuck with it in the past 17 years. Throughout high school, I helped out giving some lessons here and there. I never had too much thought to it. Once I got back from Iraq in 2007, I started to branch out and give it to the public. It's a sport that is not known around here at all, but now there's opportunity for people to learn the sport.
Okay, good. Any questions? So we'll do this first, exchange drill back and forth. Okay. No footwork.
We were really excited when we did discover there was a fencing program in town. My son, Kevin, fenced in Buffalo when we lived there for about 2 years. And when we moved to Bowling Green, we were looking for a fencing club where he could continue. And the closest ones we found were in Nashville or in Louisville, and they were very far away. So we inquired through the WKU program, and we found Stephen, and he started his own club, and we were just very excited to have the opportunity.
If I do it again, I see him go to 4, what can I do now? Okay. If he doesn't parry, I can do a feint disengage.
It looked really fun to watch Kevin fence, and I thought, I'm going to try that too. And I really love it. It's just a lot of fun.
That first class was like any time you go into an initial experience, was kind of nerve-wracking. Didn't know what to expect, didn't know how my instructor was going to be or the people around me.
First time I taught, I was nervous, trying to teach a simple action or whatnot, and then you have to think, your whole mind process goes back, figure out how you can teach this effectively. If you just say do this and do that, you're not getting the point across. Every lesson has to have a theme, a goal, a purpose, and good understanding what you get out of each lesson. I started to go to coaching clinics, coaching certifications and such. First time I did my actual class with my actual business, the Bowling Green Fencing Academy, I was nervous, but the main thing is I knew my material, knew what to do and how to teach it, and that nervousness goes away with time. But there's a big difference, big change from competing in a sport and then teaching someone else how to do it, because you have to transfer all your skills and knowledge and understanding to the student so they're able to grasp that and effectively apply it. It's pretty much the old age adage, they say, it's like a game of physical chess. You're either waiting for your opponent to move or you move yourself. It's constantly tactical thinking. You're one person trying to outwit the other one, not with only the mind, but the body. What you're doing is you're fighting to control the distance. In fencing, the greatest thing is for you to be able to hit your opponent just enough close enough. I'll always be within that distance, to fight to get that distance, and for your opponent to always be just far enough away to where you don't get hit. Generally in fencing, the fencer who controls the distance usually wins the bout. So when you look at two fencers and they're moving back and forth, shuffling here and there, they're fighting for the distance and the right time to make that attack. There's a lot of technique involved, tactics. It's a slow learning process. Your body's not trained to move like a fencer. It's an asymmetrical sport, something completely different. It took a lot of time to learn, it's slowly progressive, but it was a lot of fun. You have your customs courtesies, saluting your opponent, respect towards everyone. The philosophy of mine is respect. Respect towards your opponent, respect towards everyone around you. Whether I win or lose, it's all about the respect towards each other. I teach all my students to have respect. Don't worry if you lose. You work and get better at it. Everything comes in time. We won't always win. And always respect your opponent whether you win or lose.
Stephen Fisher is a fantastic instructor, very patient, very knowledgeable. He is able to tailor the class to many different skill levels and age levels. We have kids that are 13 and 14 with the attention span of 13 and 14-year-olds. And then we got older people like myself who have tried other things and have been able to bring that, and he's been able to make the classes interesting for every skill level.
Okay, you have improper thrust. The blade bends the other way. Okay, blades are generally tempered to go and bend one way only.
He's very knowledgeable. He's very passionate about his sport. He's just, you can tell he really enjoys defense, and it's infectious. The rest of the class, we can't help but love defense too. I'm not a very aggressive person, but in fencing, if you don't step out there and attack your opponent, you aren't going to get touches, and so that's kind of really helped me be a little bit more forward.
One of the things I've learned from Mr. Fisher, just dedication. You got to do this every day. And the simple things are what's important. You need to do your footwork, because from your feet come your base, and from that is what you build everything else on. So his just pushing us to make sure that we do things every day to get better. And that's what he wants. He wants us to get better.
Back, prairie forward, direct for a post. Okay? And begin.
The biggest thing I want them to pretty much learn from every lesson I give is that whatever I teach is that they're able to effectively apply it within their fencing. Some actions we do may not always work, but the majority of them will, and it's very important that you're able to effectively apply that. The main thing is my lessons that have a specific goal in mind that they take away just enough and they're able to apply it in their bouts. Since I started teaching, the greatest thing is that I'm able to teach my students something and that they're able to apply it, and I can watch them apply it, and I can let them see and understand the things that I've taught them. That's the biggest goal as a teacher, to teach someone and have them apply that and use that in their life and in the sport of fencing.
Good.
I started fencing, and ever since then, I may have had a year and a half or so off of it when I was in the military and such, but it's probably the one thing that's always stuck in my life, that I've always done. I've never gotten tired of it. That's kind of rare nowadays, to have something that you stick with throughout your life, and I hadn't died out. I'm still doing it, and I still enjoy it every day.